So I gotta address the fact that the cause of depression is mostly to do with fear. Typically, like me personally, like last night, I'm kind of brash. I'll be like, well, I do have those really bad thoughts. And they can happen to anybody. They really can. It doesn't matter how you go. The poorest part of life, of being born and giving somebody life, being born is you have to die. Like that's the duality of it. To live, life is beautiful, but you must also die. But most of the depressive thoughts, in my experience, it comes from fear. Okay? I did jot a little key point. So we'll get a little bit of structure out of this, okay? So it's the self-talk. Literally stop for a minute and think about the last 20, 30 minutes. How have you been talking to yourself? What's your self-talk been? You literally are compound. You're going to compound on that. Exponential is 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 56. Exponential growth is something not to fuck with, and your self-talk in your head will become that, and just realize that everybody does it, and it's okay. Like, that's the biggest thing is depression and self-talk. It's okay. It sucks. It really sucks. And it can lead to really bad things, not only just for you, but for people around you, man. You're ruining relationships, and not ruining them, but people are thinking now you're messing with their self-talk, and so-and-so doesn't like me. And especially with this whole cerveza sickness stuff, fear. People don't understand what's going on. Why is everything being locked down? Why are some businesses essential? Why is my business not essential? Why, and that's picking winners and losers in a free market, which we don't have. We haven't had capitalism. We haven't had a free market for like 90 years, since the institution of the Federal Reserve, a central bank in the U.S. And so the reason I'm not scared with this whole cerveza sickness is because I understand that this is an economic issue. And I do have a lot of microbiology background. I understand all the various differences between bacteria and fungus. Viruses aren't even alive. You got protozoa, microarthropods, nematodes, and then you have thousands of subspecies of each one of those. And some of them have long fangs, some of them have like a giant tail, they whip and they stab. Some of the nematodes are really small but have big teeth, and the protozoa are very big, and they will gang or herd mentality and attack. There's a whole universe below us and a whole universe above us. Microscope for the things that are smaller, telescope for the things that are bigger, and we're just caught somewhere in between. So times like this, where the depression is rampant and suicide statistics will probably go up, with unemployment statistics, they always tend to, and that's really the biggest killer out of all this. It won't end up being the end result of the history books. It won't be the whole cerveza sickness that killed the most people. It'll be the unemployment and the suicide numbers as a result of it, sadly. A lot of people have really fucked up childhoods because of this, and this is a full-blown economic problem. And so my fear is nullified from all of this cerveza craziness going on around me, because I understand what's going on. There's a power structure. This is the last 3% coming out of the dollar. And you got to manage the herd. You got to manage the population while you do it. So I hope that does give you a little bit of relief, but watch the self-talk, because that's really the ultimate cause of depression. There's no magic pill for it. It's self-talk and it's push-ups or running, whatever your medicine is. You can add me on Snapchat. It's ldizzle1990. You can spell it as Lima, Delta, India, Zebra, Uniform, Lima, 1990. Alright, cheer up.